Hello everyone and welcome to a video. Yes, I still make those. Um, for a while I was kind of focusing on the writing and the art and stuff, and I still kind of am, but I want to upload something. And so I decided to upload this. It's a game I got on Steam on a sale. Definitely worth it. It's a game called Opus Magnum, and it scratches the alchemical itch. So let's get right to it. So I already got a bit into the game, as you can see, but we're just gonna go through it piece by piece. I'm gonna skip the lore, maybe another time, but the actual gameplay. Now that I think about it, it's a little bit until we can actually get to making stuff. These are all tutorial lessons, and this is the first one where you really just make a thing. So let's get started. We're gonna make some stabilized water. This is what we want to make. We can rotate it, and our output has to go into this. These are our reagents, so this is what we can use to accomplish this. And these are some mechanisms that we can use to manipulate the reagents around the map. And these are glyphs. And for example, this one, if an arm grabs a hold of a reagent and moves it here, and another one takes a reagent and then moves it over here, then this will combine them, so next time it gets grabbed, you move it as a group of two, kind of make a molecule. So let's make some water. As you can see, what water requires is one air and one water. I don't really know the funny alchemical symbols, so I might be getting it wrong, but here is the gist for how you can do it very easily. And yeah, so you select your first arm, and for example F, you drag in the action. So this F is the hotkey. If there's a reagent or a molecule or an atom in general below it, it'll pick it up and hold on to it, and they can't collide. If they collide in midair, it's over, but hopefully that won't happen. So you grab onto it, and then let's say it turns left. So if we hit play now, you can see it's kind of doing something, but it just keeps repeating the instructions and it crashes. What you can do then is put the stop to just end the instructions, but obviously that's not going to get us anywhere. So the stop is good for testing, but you don't really want it in the final piece. So let's turn it a bit more. As you can see, when it went over this specific glyph, it transforms it into a different element. So one more left, ta-da, and it's in the right place. And then all we do is or release, and then we can actually keep going left, I think, and that's the cycle done. Ta-da! We're gonna do something very similar with the other one, except we're gonna go right, and we don't have to worry about transforming it, but okay, I got a bit confused there. Let's go. Nice! So then if we remove these end blocks with a repeat block, alright, that's not how that works. That's the output, and what we need is the fusion. So let's see where this takes us. Yeah, and they're one thing now, but now that's gonna crash. So we're gonna move all this up a bit, and we're going to add this, I think. So right as these let go, I'm gonna have it grab on and we'll see if that's going to work. Yeah, that seems to work. And then we can turn it to the right and then we can just have it stop for now. Yeah, so as long as we set this up to work like that. So all we have to do is then have it be released. How's this gonna work? Yay! Yeah, it's on the pricier side, but relatively few cycles, and it's fairly big compared to what it probably has to be. And that no-life artist is a villain, and at least it's cheaper than his. Well, let's keep going. So that's our stabilized water, and that's the end of the tutorial. So then we move on to the second level, and now we're actually making shit. So let's make some refined gold. What a thing to start off our professional alchemical career off of. What we want to make is gold. Oh, I see, yes. And our ingredients are lead and quicksilver. And in real life we'd be a little fucked, but in alchemy land, as long as we feed quicksilver into the input and a metal into the metal slot, it'll keep upgrading the metal from like lead to skipping a couple iron, then silver, then gold, you know. So really it's a matter of making a loop that works for a bit. I'ma be straight with you guys, I'm so bad at making these in like good price and good cycles. But okay, well, so we'll grab on, we'll turn this way, we'll release, and then do nothing. No, you can go left also. Why clutter the screen, you know? So that's our metal sorted. And once it's done, we can, I suppose, just drop it off here, right? So now we go to this, and we also want to grab on, but we want to move this way, release, then go back down here, then grab, then go back up there, then release, and let's see where that leaves us. That's iron. Whoa. That's my butt. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. We're getting there, though. Okay, one more time. One more time! Jesus Christ. Okay, one more fucking time. Okay. And now with this one, we don't go back actually. And then right here when it lets go, we can grab a hold. Here's where it lets go, here's where it grabs it, and we'll just move to the right and we'll drop it, and then we can reset cycles. Let's see. Yeah, it works. It's slow. I feel like if we were to have a couple grabbers and we were to use them in like offsets, that would be better, but with only one reagent, that's tougher. Damn, that's actually solid cycles, and solid area, and solid cost. Never mind, I'm the bee's knees. Okay, how about one more? and then we'll call it an episode. How about airship fuel? That's a tough one. That's one that Lifeless was struggling with recently. So let's see if I can prove my alchemical skills. The basic issue here is that we're going to have to join two things that are already joined, but that's not the end of the world. Let's see. Gonna need a glyph to transform it. Okay. Well, the basic gist can still be here at least. Grab fire, move through this, put here. That'll leave an air, and then you go down here again, and then you grab it and you move this way to not collide with it. They combine and you essentially get one of these units, the air fire, and then we just repeat that twice, and elsewhere we arrange it properly. So let's try to get that running. F, this way, release, that way, grab, more this way, release. Nice. So then this will be able to grab that molecule and lift it and move it to a place we can actually combine it with something else. How about there? So this is where it finally lets go, so we can grab on here. And we can 1, 2, 3. Let's see if that works. Yes. So all we have to do then is rotate it. Aha, and we have a good portion of the shape already. Let's see how this goes. It should make another one and then just stop. Yeah. Now my question is, will I be able to move it through here? I forgot to grab it. Ah, no. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to use my beloved a piston. And I'm going to release it here, and then this is where I'm going to grab it. And then we'll retract it. Nice, nice. Then we'll turn it, hopefully without smashing anything. Okay, so it has to be one further and has to reach out. Oh, it can't. Okay. What if we do that? Yes, that can work, I feel like. All we have to do is then rotate it and push it forward. Not quite. Okay, yes, that's not good. What if we push it out first and then turn it? Okay, so with the push, that's where it goes. So we're not gonna push. Because once it's stuck together, it's a whole thing to, like, pull it apart. We'd have to pull in another glyph. Nice. I think we can make this work. Gonna make a couple of turns to orientate the molecule correctly. One more. Yes, we did it. Okay. So now we need to move it into a slot for it. And what I suggest is just pushing it this way and seeing where that leaves us. Why is that? Oh, this never lets go. There we go. Okay, one too many rotations. We're gonna go for this many, and we're gonna... Let's see. Yay! We've made airship fuel. It takes 1,000,000 cycles, 1,000,000 gold, and a small field, but it's here and it's coming out of little funny glass marbles, so I'd call that a win. As you can see, it's very much a trial and error type of game, but it's fun. It's a good little dopamine chew toy. Definitely recommend it. The story is also solid, as far as I got. And yeah, let me know if you want more of this. Good luck. Bye bye.